Hello everyone. Today we will compare a jamon for $1 with a jamon for $100 and the most expensive jamon for $1,000. For $1, you can get only 3 thin slices of ham. This is a jamon of the curada variety. It is made from pigs of the Duroc variety. On Spanish farms, they receive special food and conditions of detention, which contributes to the meat flavor palate. Then the carcasses are sent for cutting. The meat from the trunk is sent to sausages, but the legs go to ham. They are pre-cleaned and proceed to salting. My legs have been lying there for 9 days. After that, the salt is washed off and the meat is kept in special rooms with the correct humidity and temperature. In general, it takes 7 months to extract this jamon. I wonder what the jamoneers are doing at this time. The final stage is slicing on a production slicer and packaging. As a result, we get this jamon curada. The slicer makes just the perfect slice, no knife can cut it like that. We're trying. It's just a very tasty ham with an unusual flavor. We turn to jamon for $100. Rather, it is a mini jamon of the Serrana variety. It is already being made from big white pigs. Their nutrition is slightly different from the past, in addition to grain, and they are also fed with silage. And the process of maturation of jamon lasts a whole year. Let's print it out. The first thing that meets us is a kilogram piece of jamon. There is also a stand in the set. We print it out. And collect. Everything is as simple as possible here. We fasten the bracket to the dostika with 2 screws. We print out the jamon. We install it on the stand and fix it with a screw. Now the jamon is firmly held in the stand. Let's take a knife from the set and try to cut a thin slice. The knife turned out to be blunt, so we'll use our own. The thickness of the slice should be such that when you cut it into the lumen, the knife is visible. It turned out not the thinnest piece, but acceptable. We put it on a plate and continue to slice. Done. Well, now let's try pure ham Serrano. The only difference is that the taste is 20% richer than in the past jamon. And finally, the most expensive jamon for today. It cost me $1,000. We remove the foil and see that the hooves are black, which means that the ham varieties and the shore. And the note on the leg confirms it. For the preparation of this jamon, the most elite variety of pigs called Iborrego is used. They graze in open spaces and feed exclusively on grass and acorns. Then their legs are cleaned of excess fat in the same way. In cold rooms, these feet are salted for 10 days, after which they pass through special devices that wash off all excess salt. Then the legs dry out from excess water on the surface and all exposed meat pieces are covered with a protective layer of fat. And the exposure of this jamon is simply record-breaking and lasts for 2 whole years. Jamoneros is constantly watching them, checks the density of jamon, as well as the aroma with a special needle, which is made of cow bone. When the jamon is ripe, it goes to the counter, where I bought it. We open the protective bag. And also remove the parchment layer. It looks just awesome and has an unrealistically powerful aroma, not at all similar to past types of jamon. To cut it, you need a special stand, so we quickly assemble it. We install our elite jamon and banks on a stand. And we fix it all with such a big screw. There was also a special knife in the set. With it, we make an incision along the bone and cut off all the yellow fat before this incision. And finally, you can cut the jamon. This ham has much denser meat than the previous ones, and all this is due to 2 years of aging. We put the slices on a plate. This knife is much better and it turns out to cut it even thinner. We continue until we fill the whole plate with slices. Even in appearance, this meat is completely different, it is such a ruby red color. Let's try the jamons of the coast. Yes, this is completely different, this jamon is 10 times richer and has its own special flavor. We tried it in its pure form, but most often ham is consumed in the form of bruschetta or different sandwiches, so we will cut off 3 identical pieces of baguette. Let's take cream cheese and smear each piece of baguette with it. One of the most popular combinations with common is sweet pear. We cut it into slices and spread it on a baguette. On the first piece we will put jamon for $1, on the second jamon for $100, and on the third jamon for $1,000. It remains only to add a polystick of basil. And we try the sandwich with the most budget jamon. In this combination, it is even tastier. A ham sandwich for $100. This one tastes even better. Well, the most expensive sandwich. Yes, this is clearly a winner. Let's try another combination. Now we cut the milk baguette. Sprinkle with olive oil and send it to the frying pan. Fry on both sides until golden brown and remove. We spread the corrado jamon, jamon serrana and jamon and borrego. Now we need Spanish manchega cheese. With the help of a vegetable peeler, we make super thin pieces. And we lay them out on top of the riot police. It remains to pour a little berry jam all over it. Done. Let's start the test again with the cheapest jamon curada. I like this combination even more. Let's try with a common for $100. Perfect. Well, the last one is the most expensive. By far, it is the most delicious. In general, the price of ham grows in proportion to its taste qualities and it is definitely worth the money. And if you get 250,000 likes on this video, then I will try to cook jamon myself and keep it in my attic for a whole year. So write in the comments, stick it in, prepare a lump, and of course subscribe to the channel. Bye, everyone.